people, it's me, Lucy, and
Penny.
today we're gonna show you guys how to make the Northlake muscle tank. Let's get going! High five.
So the required pieces for the Northlake muscle tank are the hood, the back, the front, the armbands, and the waistband. First, you're going to take the front and the back and lay them right sides together. Just like that, kinda. And then, once you get the shoulder seams lined up, just like that, you're going to go ahead and sew right here and right here. So this is what it should look like when you're all done with the shoulder seams sewn together. So next we're going to move on to the hoods. Alright, so just like in the last tutorial for the regular tank, we're going to sew along this edge all the way down and around. Same with this one, all the way down and around. So now that the hoods are sewn together along the edges, as shown here, we're going to turn this right side out and insert it into this one so that the two sides are facing each other. Alright, now that they are inserted and the right sides are facing each other, you're going to go ahead and sew down this line right here. Sew these two together and these two together. So I'll go like this. Whoop. So we have the hood assembled now. We use the top stitch right along here. And you can see it goes up around here, and then around, and then back down the other side. There you go. Ta-da! Alright, next we're going to go ahead and work on the waistband. We're going to fold it right sides together and match up these this edge right here. Something along those lines. And then we're going to fold it one more time this way. Match up these edges again. And I'm going to use a clip because I'm no good with needles to hold it in place. We'll go like that for now. There. And then you're going to either sew it or serge this line right here. Alright, so the waistband is sewn along the edge here. We're going to flip it right side out, and we're going to clip it 180 out from the seam. So here we go. Let's give this a little whirl. Flip it 180 out. It's going to naturally want to kind of already be folded, so you don't have to fiddle around with it too much like I'm currently doing. There we go. So here's the seam. We're going to flip it 180 out. We'll clip it like this. Right there. So there's your 180 mark. Next we're going to take the armbands and fold them wrong sides together. Just like this. All the way down. We're going to press it. So fold, fold, fold. Fold all day long. Just like that. And then you're going to take it over and you're going to press it, so when you're done it should look like this. And then you're going to take this after it's been pressed and we're going to fold it in half. Match up the ends. Just like that. We're going to mark the middle. Now I use a clip because I don't like needles. Just like that. Now the armbands have been pressed. You're going to take the top, you're going to fold it out so that the right sides are facing up. You're going to take your armband and lay it down. First you're going to make sure that these seams are facing towards the back on both sides for the shoulder seam. You're going to take the armband with the middle marked. You're going to lay the middle right there so it lines up with the seam. You're going to lay this down with the raw edge facing out on both sides. Here we go. Just like that. Now that you have the armbands lined up with the top, you're going to go ahead and sew along this edge here, along that raw edge on both sides. Alright, so here's an example of how if you stretch the armband while sewing it, or serging it, I mean, you can end up with these waves. So over here, when we serged it, we didn't stretch it and it was fine. Over here, I stretched it a little bit, the armband here, so when it was all done, it ends up looking all wavy. But what we're going to do is we're going to end up folding this over. We're going to go over and press it, so hopefully it doesn't look so bad. All right. So now that we have the armbands pressed, we're going to go ahead and top stitch this right here, all the way down. So now that the armbands are sewn on and you've top stitched it, you're going to take the front and the back, you're going to cross them up. So the front is right here, the back is right here. You're going to match up these seams and you're going to clip it in place. You're going to do the same on the other side and then baste it right along here. Next, we're going to attach the waistband to the shirt. You have your waistband marked 180 out from the seam. You're going to slide it over the shirt and line up these edges with the seam, well, at least this 180 mark with the seam right here. You're going to clip it in place. Whoop. You're going to do the same on the other side. Making sure this seam lines up with this right here. Just like that. Then you're going to pull this down so that these live edges all line up with each other eventually. And you're going to sew right along this line right here, all the way around, both sides. So right here and then around on this side. Let's get this side lined up before you do that though. There we go. Now we're talking. So now that the waistband has been attached, sewn along here, we're going to flip that out. We're going to find center back and center front. You can pick it up and fold it. You can lay it down and fold it, however you feel comfortable. There we go. Now we're going to mark it. I'm going to use clips because, well, might as well be consistent, right? So there's the front. Here's center back. We're going to take the hood. We're going to line up the center back with this seam right here. We're going to clip it in place. Just like that. We're going to crisscross the other side. We're going to line up center front with this seam. And clip that in place for now. Bring this one over. Line that one up also. Seams together. Just like that. And clip it in place. And now you're going to sew around this edge here. Line up these raw edges. Sew all the way around. Attaching the hood. Oh, that's a terrible clip job. There we go. There, that's better. It's kinda better. Alright, just like that. Sew it around here. And now the hood has been attached. And that concludes the Northlake tank muscle version. Hopefully it was as fun for you to follow along as it was for me to not know what I was doing for most of it. Anyway, yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to Rain City Pattern Company. It's probably somewhere down there. Okay, bye.